Hi everybody, we're down and dirty today with TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is me, Oberon, and I'm doing a down and dirty emotional exchange, my Friday show, mostly because I'm up against the clock. The original recording was spoiled, and so I'm re-recording it now, so it's a fresh reading. Hopefully it'll still suffice. But I'm preparing for my vacation, and I'm traveling out of town to go to a conference. And I need to focus on some things there. So unfortunately, I am not going to perform the affirmation for the elemental signs that I normally perform. It's just going to be a straight up reading the way I normally do it, where I pull 3 cards. And the first card is what emotion or feeling is coming to you. The second card is why is this important? And the third card is where will this lead to? So as I mentioned, we do this for the elemental signs of the zodiac. I'm going to start off with the air signs. Air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So what is coming towards you guys? What emotional qualities or essence? Oh, it's the Ace of Wands. I think I'll put that there. And Ace of Wands says there's, it's like a real kind of bursting forth for beginning or movement coming to you. It may signify new warm friendships. You know, they may be friendships, they may be romances or other kinds of relationships perhaps. And the energy just seems to be really blossoming, fertile, charismatic, brave. You know, it's fire sign, it's wands. So why is this important or now at this time? And I have the Page of Cups, which is upright. And the Page of Cups, it's important because there's something emerging in you too, another kind of spring feeling. You know, pages can be springs or beginnings of things in their own way. And I think it's important. It's important because you are engaging with an energy right now that is maybe opening you up to new experiences from an emotional viewpoint. It's almost as if you're refalling in love with your own self or your own principles. There's sort of a philosophical idea here. And of course, it is very intuitive. It's very water signish in a way. So where does this ultimately lead to? Then you may wonder, ooh, it's the 4 of Wands. And it's almost seems to be like, you know, it's moving to a foundation of something, a new relationship, a new feeling of love, a new beginning, a new home life. You know, there's all kinds of things indicated with this card that are just kind of interesting from that viewpoint. So I think it's really clear that air signs maybe are having a chance at falling in love or taking a new love and deepening it. If this doesn't exactly apply, it could just be talking about something generally really affirmative and building in a relationship that you do have. So that's what I have for the air signs, and I'm now going to move on to the fire signs. And fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This one's for you. And by the way, I'm using the Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. It's a beautiful deck. Gold gilt. Nice back. And expresses the idea that, you know, love is love. All forms of love are special and wonderful. So fire signs, what emotion or feeling is coming to you? Why is this important? And where will it lead to? And what's coming to you is the Page of Pentacles. And there's an exploration going on. It's about a love of something that maybe is knowledge-based. Maybe it's esoteric. I think we're finding an adventure, maybe fire signs, with loving something that really allows us to escape and feel like we're discovering our own world in a way. I don't know, it's hard for me to put this exactly into words, you know. It's almost like feeling like we were a child again in some ways. So why is this important? And it's the Chariot reversed. And it's important because maybe we've been too much on a controlled and directed path, and something is telling us we need to kind of unfit ourselves and go more towards this abstract and blooming, naturific kind of abstractish. I don't know. But, you know, it's important because maybe we've been taking ourselves too seriously. We've been too much running a rat race, especially in terms of our emotions, pursuing the things we love or want. And so maybe this has all been a sign that we need to slow that track down. Where will this ultimately lead to? It is a unification of some sorts, where we may have been feeling like we were cut off or remote from what we love because we were just sort of running that rat race. And now maybe what it will lead to is sort of a reconciliation, a feeling that we can move forward again with our relationships, that we now understand and have a better sense of our direction to go. You know, that's the Swords mental clarity thing. So it's very interesting because it sort of looks like the fire signs are sort of going with a really intuitive, naturific, honoring kind of part of themselves. They're kind of getting off of a rat race of controlling and ultimately reconciling for better emotional feel with their loved ones, I think. All right, so that was the fire signs. I'm just whipping through these. I suppose it's wonderful, eh? So we are now on the water signs. And water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. They are naturally more emotional about a lot of things, especially about their emotional life, their life with their relationships and stuff. So let's see what's going on with the water signs. And remember, these readings are only good for this week, Friday, August 11th till next Thursday, the 17th. And I do it on Friday because, of course, I am honoring, you know, the psychological idea of Friday being the day of Venus. Maybe it's more astrological, I suppose, than psychological. But I was thinking about that. Psychology, self-help books, the God in every man, the goddess in every woman, kind of takes those kind of archetypes and dynamics and makes them very relatable. My best friend's husband is a Hephaestus. Okay, so water signs. What is coming to you? Ooh, something's very hopeful here. Emotionally speaking, you maybe are really glorying in some sort of sense of something finally working out, water signs, like you sort of feel an immense part of hope and destiny, you know. And this obviously has to portray a relationship, like maybe you're moving into the relationship you really feel you were meant to be in. Why is this important? Because it removes you from some burdens or obligations. Maybe understanding love at some sort of destiny level removes you from things that maybe were caught with you watching the clock and wondering if time would ever change for you. Where is this leading to, water signs? Well, it's the Knight of Cups reversed, so that's not the most interesting ending there. It's kind of funny because it looks like maybe a menage a trois in the scene, people that all love each other, on all levels or something. And it's reversed though, and I think where this is leading to is the sense that maybe certain situations have to open up now. Maybe the happiness that you understood before is not the same happiness you understand now, or maybe you realize that there's another choice for you somehow, water signs, or there's some other way for you to understand your need to be unburdened and happier. Just going to go with that. It does really seem like there's a lot of interesting destiny there for the water signs, but ultimately, no matter how you free yourself from where you're at to pursue this more destiny idea of yours, you still seem to have to untether yourself from other, relationships. You have to go through a process, water signs, before you move on. All right, so I'm going to move on myself to finally the earth signs. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Gemini. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I wonder why I said that. So we will ask those questions once again. What emotion or feeling is coming? Why is that important? And where will it lead to? What is coming to you? You are falling deeply in touch with your emotional resonance at this time. You are feeling totally immersed in your emotionality. Maybe you are feeling, like love is coming to you, or you are feeling great feelings of love and comfort for someone else. Earth signs, why is this important? Because you've changed. Because something has changed in you, and that this is now the new approach, is that feeling somebody's love, strong love for you, has maybe brought you out of something. Maybe has changed your mind about relationships, or about that one in particular. It may be that you felt you weren't in love and suddenly you realized there was love. Where is it leading to? Well, it's the High Priestess reversed. And I think that's saying that, you're taking it to all the levels, that you are probably going to really explore this idea of new love in your life on a common sense level, as well as a more deeper intuitive level. There's a lot of things going on in there. You could also be finding out that it's funny because High Priestess reversed and Judgment upright are sort of the opposites of each other, sort of like following back and forth in this dichotomy of wisdom or understanding, and then being a more, common sense person, or maybe understanding wisdom more from an external point of view than within yourself. So I don't know, I'm a little bit conflicted on that one. But at any rate, as I promised, this was a down and dirty emotional exchanges. I'm on the fly within the next day or two, and there will be no programming here other than happy hour tomorrow will be live. But then pretty much there will be no great programming until a week from now. I think Banshee's Material Matters is still on for this Sunday. That's the 13th. But after that, we won't be back until the 20th. So I want to wish everybody a hopefully wonderful, emotionally romantic weekend, etc., etc. I'll see you all next week.